It was the morning of July 21st. Kamala Harris was busy flipping pancakes. That's when she got a call. It was Joe Biden. He was dropping out of the presidential race, and that day changed her life. And Harris talked about it in her first major interview. The chat was just 27 minutes long, yet she's getting a lot of flack for it. Why? Because of her many flip-flops. As a lawyer, Kamala Harris opposed fracking and the border wall. Now, as a presidential candidate, she seems to have embraced both. But will the American voter buy this back and forth? Our next report tells you.
I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
On July 21st, Joe Biden dropped out of the U.S. presidential race. He endorsed Kamala Harris. Within a month, the Democrats rallied behind her. She won the party nomination. She became the presidential candidate. The mood was optimistic. Yet, all this happened without Harris winning a single vote, or even giving a single interview. The Democratic nominee aimed to change that on Thursday. She sat down with CNN for her first interview as the Democratic nominee. Beside her was Tim Walz, her vice presidential pick. It was meant to be a chat to get to know Harris. Yet what it turned out to be was 27 minutes of flip-flops. Kamala Harris first ran for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination in 2019. Then she was seen as a liberal progressive candidate. But now, as the Democratic presidential hopeful, she seems to have embraced the status quo. And it's something she was asked about.
Sir, I have just a few.
I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed.
So Harris says her values haven't changed. But is that true? Let's look a little closer. The first flip-flop was on fracking. It's the process where you drill into shale to extract natural gas and oil. In 2019, she was against fracking. And it makes sense. Remember, Harris was a progressive then. Fracking raised concerns about climate change, so she opposed it. But that changed in 2020, the moment she became the VP candidate. And now she seems to support it.
As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking. What I've seen is that we can grow and we can increase a thriving clean energy economy without banning fracking.
The second flip-flop was on the border wall. In 2018, Donald Trump started building a wall on the southern U.S. border. Kamala Harris opposed it. She called it un-American, labeling it a medieval vanity project. In 2024, Harris pledges to spend millions on that same wall if she's elected president. All this while opposing Trump.
He killed the bill, a border security bill, that would have put 1,500 more agents on the border. Not only push it, I would make sure that it would come to my desk and I would sign it.
The contradictions did not end there. After Harris, it was Tim Walz's turn. In 2018, he claimed he carried weapons of war. But he's never been deployed to a combat zone, so his statement was questioned.
Putting your trust in me.
And this is how he defended himself yesterday. Walz says he misspoke.
Yeah, in this case, this was after a school shooting, and my wife, the English teacher, told me my grammar is not always correct.
That sums up Kamala Harris's first interview. A lot of flip-flops, clarifications, defending the current administration, and a dash of Trump bashing.
Anybody who's about beating down other people is a coward.
When asked about the historic nature of her candidacy, Harris almost seemed cautious, as if she wants to distance herself from it, probably wanting to avoid Hillary Clinton's mistake in 2016. So here's her plan as the future American president in a nutshell. It's to project continuity. It's to hug Biden's record and further it. But will America embrace this? We'll find out this November.
Forward.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.
Officer today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.